Welcome to the channel Nerd Mimic, and today we have here the Art of the Lion King. This is an art auction catalog for the original Disney film, published and released in theaters in 1994, and this is a auction of the original production cels and backgrounds done in 1995. Before we get started, hit that like and subscribe button, as that will help me out. And I'm going to have other auction catalogs in the future, and I have links down below for the other ones already done. So let's get started. This has a beautiful cover, as you can see. The back cover is actually an extension. One interesting thing about this, it doesn't actually have the price. Usually they have a price on the back here, about $22 to $25, but this actually has no price. So I was able to get lucky and pick this up for $10. It's approximately 160 pages of high quality archival paper. And the first several pages go over the logistics of the auction. It does also contain a foreword here, you'll see in a bit, by Michael Eisner, right here, Michael Eisner and Roy Disney, talking about the film. There's also a little foreword here by Leonard Maltin, a critic. And then, of course, the auction catalog starts. And once again, it's going to feature the actual production cels and backgrounds from the film. Each one will have a little notation with a price point, and sometimes there's little tidbits about the scene, including dialogue. So we're just going to flip through each page. There used to be PDFs online of these, but I guess because this catalog's more than 20 years old, I guess they have taken it off the server. If anyone has those PDFs, that'd be much appreciated, and maybe type in the link in the comments below. I think that would help a lot of people out, as this is a sort of a little bit hard to come by nowadays. But if you get lucky and find one, I would highly recommend you pick it up. As you can see, it's just full of the original cels and artwork, and it makes for a great storyboard or storybook for your kids, as most of the storybooks nowadays feature different rendering, different artist interpretation of the film, not the actual production cels, such as this book. As you know, sometimes Japanese films will come out with books similar to this, but it's pretty rare to see one for American film. And so this is the only one I was able to find, especially for the desirable Disney movies. In the back, there will be some production figures, statuettes that they used to realize these characters in 3D. You can see here, once again, sometimes the background drawings are much longer, and the cel and the actual film was just over here, but they produced longer backgrounds to pan the camera. I still find it unbelievable that they actually sold all this stuff rather than having it in a museum or something of that nature, but I guess, you know, every company wants to make money. As you know, nowadays most of these films are computerized, so these are not gonna have, say, Frozen movie catalog and art for sale, so that's unfortunate. So I do miss these old golden days. This denotes the second session, because obviously they had a lot of pieces for sale and people need to take a break. So this is for the second session, and basically the second half of the movie. You can see their quotes, like "it's beautiful," flip back here a bit. You can see how this is a cell, and maybe the camera panned up, and so you don't have to draw the bottom of the character here. It's just showing the top part. If you search online, not necessarily eBay, some of these are still available, maybe at a higher price point. Wonderful, wonderful art. And good memories. I remember watching this in the theater when it came out. The climax of the movie here. And here, as I mentioned, are the actual statuettes that they use to visualize the characters in the studio. Beautiful pieces. Approximately, like this one's 20 by 23 centimeters. And that's it. And the back piece just has some blank pages for notes, maybe for people wanting to know what they want to bid for, and just some addresses and stuff, and logistics for shipping and absentee bids. And that's it. Thank you for taking a look at that overview of the art of the Lion King, and thank you for watching. Have a good evening.